So on page 168, this is the beginning of part 1, effective academic listening, getting ready for the lecture. You know that human beings love to laugh. Laughter lightens life, from childhood through adulthood into old age. We love to laugh so much that there are industries that focus on laughter. Comedians, you know this word? That's a person who tells funny stories. You know, like the word comedy? A comedian is a person. So comedians tell jokes, and comedians tell funny stories. That's an industry. That's their job, right? That's their profession. They tell jokes and funny stories because they want to make people laugh. And clowns, you know clowns? Clowns wear colorful makeup and funny costumes and big shoes and maybe a big nose and paint all over their face. And they do funny actions. Why? To make people laugh. Right. Okay. And how about artists? Artists draw humorous comics. In fact, in every Sunday newspaper in our country, in America, we can see some colorful comics. And on the comics from Monday through Saturday, they're in black and white. And the comics have different stories that you see in little square boxes, and they're drawn with little speech bubbles out of people's mouths. And the people say funny things and do funny things. And the purpose is to make readers laugh. Okay. And how about actors? So actors in situation comedies, they are people who act on, you know, television programs. Do any of you watch TV? Raise your hand if you watch TV. Anybody watch television? Okay, there's some television programs that you watch every week. You follow it every week. And they maybe have some family members in them, like Modern Family or lots of, or Friends, or some movie, we call those television series. Maybe for half an hour this week and half an hour next week and half an hour the next week, or maybe an hour, except for all the commercials. Then the story goes on, and the same characters appear in all of the episodes of the series. And those actors say things, and they do things that amuse us. Amuse us means they make us feel laughter, right? They make us feel funny. We laugh about them. So they say things and do things that amuse us and make us laugh. So those actors try to make us laugh. That's their job when they perform comedies. Do you understand those different professions? Are any of you comedians? No. Are you comedians? Raise your hand if you're a comedian. No? Not yet? Maybe in your language. Do you do things that make other people laugh? Do you say things that make other people laugh sometimes? Okay, good. So maybe you're not a professional comedian, but sometimes you make other people laugh. Do I ever make you laugh?
Yes.
Okay, so is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good.
What do you prefer? Should I make you laugh or make you cry? Okay, so I'll try to keep making you laugh. I'll try not to make you cry too hard. If I make you cry, I'll give you some Kleenex. Okay, so we also laugh for other reasons. In fact, laughter is actually a very complex response. So what does complex mean? Do you remember complex? What is the opposite of complex? Simple, right. Something simple and then something complex. Many things, many parts, there are many things that happen. So laughter is a complex response to other actions that happen. Actions that happen within ourselves, actions that happen outside of us from other people. We can be responding to it. So in the lecture you're going to hear in chapter 5, you'll learn about the relationship of laughter to your body, to your mind, and your friends. Okay? Does that sound interesting? Yeah. Sounds interesting. Okay, good. So in activity 1, we have some questions that you're going to talk about with your classmates. And first of all, I'm going to help you pronounce the questions, and then I'm going to let you practice in small groups. All right, so this is called discussing what makes you laugh. Let's hear you say that. Discussing what makes you laugh. All right, so let's discuss these question patterns of vocabulary first. And we can see the question that says, do you laugh at brrr? And you can put something in that blank. So let's ask these questions. Do you laugh at clowns? Do you laugh at comedians? Do you laugh at sitcoms? Okay, look at the footnote. Sitcoms is short for situation comedy. Situation comedy. So at the bottom of the page, you will see a footnote, situation comedy, also called sitcom. So that's a noun phrase. And that's a television comedy. It's a series. That means keeps going every week. So a television comedy series in which there's a regular cast of characters. And they usually work together or live together, play together, and they respond to everyday situations in a kind of funny or humorous way. Okay? So let's ask that question again. Do you laugh at sitcoms? Do you laugh at sitcoms? Do you laugh at movies? Do you laugh at movies? Do you laugh at books? Do you laugh at books? Do you laugh at stories? Do you laugh at stories? Do you laugh at comics? Do you laugh at comics? Do you laugh at jokes? Do you laugh at jokes? Do you laugh at tickling? Do you laugh at tickling? Do you know tickling? Yeah. Tickling? Okay, so when you touch the body, or you know when you get close to them, people will feel really sensitive. Tickling. Okay, this is the noun form of tickle. Tickle is the verb, tickle. For example, you can say, don't tickle me. Don't tickle me. Don't tickle me. Don't tickle me. Or maybe sometimes kids like to say, tickle me, tickle me. In fact, there's a toy. There's a toy called Tickle Me. And then there's a toy doll and you come close to it, then it starts laughing. And kids love it because we all like laughter. And when my niece was small, when she was very young, she loved it when we tickled her. She would always say, don't tickle me, but then she would say, tickle me. Because then when we tickled her, then she'd laugh. And then, then it was funny. So, especially when they're kids. How about now? Can I come up and tickle you? Maybe not so appropriate in the college classroom, right? Maybe at break time. Okay, how about this one? Do you laugh at hearing someone laugh? Do you laugh at hearing someone laugh? Do you understand the meaning of this? Yes. That means sometimes you're not laughing, but then you hear somebody laugh and you start to laugh. Yes. Right? Do you laugh at hearing someone laugh? Yes. Do you laugh at seeing something strange? Do you laugh at seeing something strange? If so, what? Give me an example. If so, what? What kind of strange thing do you see that makes you laugh? All right. Now, another question we can ask is, we can use, does make you laugh? For example, we can use do or does. If we have a plural word, we can say, for example, clowns. Do we say do or does? Do. So we can say, do clowns make you laugh? Do comedians make you laugh? Do sitcoms make you laugh? Do movies make you laugh? Do books make you laugh? Do stories make you laugh? Do comics make you laugh? Do jokes make you laugh? How about tickling? With ing, is that do or does? Does. Does tickling make you laugh? Oh, and here we have hearing. This is another gerund, and this is already singular. Gerunds are singular. So, does hearing someone laugh make you laugh? Does seeing something strange make you laugh? Okay, so when you are with your group, you can try to use both forms, all right? Maybe one question you use this pattern, and another question you use a different pattern. Do you have a question, or are you stretching? Why? You're just stretching. Were you stretching, or you wanted to ask a question? Oh, she doesn't even realize she had her hand. You had your hand up way high like that. Okay, let's look at number 2 on page 169. Let's practice these. Remember this pattern for choice question? Da-da-da-da-da or da-da-da. All right, so we have a rising on the first choice and a falling on the second. Let's practice these. Okay, we're going to ask, when do you laugh more? In your native language or in English? When do you laugh more? Native language? When do you laugh more? With your friends or with your family? When do you laugh more? With your friends or with your family? When do you laugh more? With people you know or strangers? When do you laugh more? With people you know or strangers? When do you laugh more? Alone or with other people? When do you laugh more? Alone or with other people? When do you laugh more? In the day or at nighttime? When do you laugh more? In the day or at nighttime? When do you laugh more? At school or at home? When do you laugh more? At school or at home? When do you laugh more? At work or at school? When do you laugh more? At work or at school? When do you laugh more? During a party or during class? When do you laugh more? During a party or during class? When do you laugh more? When you're happy or when you're sad? When do you laugh more? When you're happy or when you're sad? When do you laugh more? When someone tickles your feet or your neck? When do you laugh more? When someone tickles your feet or your neck? When do you laugh more? When you tell something funny or when you hear something funny? When do you laugh more? When you tell something funny or hear something funny? Okay, and the third question is, do you have the same sense of humor as others in your family? Now, sense of humor, if you look at the bottom of the page, you'll see a footnote that tells about the meaning of this phrase, sense of humor, sense of humor, sense of humor. This is a noun phrase that means an ability to understand or appreciate humor. So, for example, if you see, I'll give you an example. My sense of humor is not the same as my son and his friends. When he and his friends, now my son is, like 20 years old, and when they were in high school and when they're in college, they all gathered together and they're watching television in my living room, and they're laughing at something that I think is, oh, this is so stupid. Why are they watching this program? And they're laughing and laughing and laughing, and they think it's funny, and I think it's not funny. So we have a different sense of humor. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But they have the same sense of humor because they're all laughing at the same thing. They all appreciate that kind of humor and they're laughing together. So they have a similar sense of humor. But maybe because I'm so old and he's so young. So we have, like a different sense of humor. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So that gives you an idea. Now, with your group, let's have 3 people in a group. And you can practice asking these questions among your friends. Go ahead, please.